Thought I'd come on and say hi, guys. How are you? Pretty soon, I guess. I don't know. We'll see if anybody comes on or not. Morning, Cajun Heat. How are you, bro? I just decided to come on and say hey to everybody. Hey, Wendy O. I just decided to come on and say hi to everybody and everything like that. I'm good, Cajun. A little hot right now, but besides that, I'm good. Watching the boats go by with people on inner tubes and shit. That's funny as hell to watch them people going. But I ain't out walking or floating today. Just chilling out. So, hope everybody's having a great day and everything like that. I'm glad I ain't had to see someone get arrested in the last couple of days of our community. I'm glad of that. That shit was starting to get old. So, made me want to start hurting cops. But that's neither here nor there. But that's me. I couldn't believe all the people that got arrested within the last week or so. Been insane. But I hope y'all are having a great day. I hope, yeah, it's just wrong. I agree, Cajun. I agree. I hope y'all are having a great Father's Day. I hope you get to enjoy it with your father. If you have one still alive. I don't have one alive, so. Good, Cajun. I'm glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. Yeah, I don't have much family left in this world anymore. And most of them that I know, I don't know. Most of them that are family, I don't know them. You know, blood family, that is. So that was another good reason I found this community for me. Now I have a family again. Yep, you're right, Cajun. Y'all are fucking awesome. Every one of you. Y'all treat me just like I was a long lost brother. So I appreciate that. Not much, Boomer. I was just thanking y'all for being my family. Since most of my family that I knew are dead, and the ones that are still alive, I don't know them. So I thank y'all for being my family. And I hope you're having a great Father's Day. I know you do, Boomer. I know you do. I love y'all too. But I still miss my dad and I miss my mom. So days like today make it a little bit hard. So I just try to plug on and make it another day. Just another day. But if y'all have family, enjoy your family. Enjoy your father today. Make sure you call him and say hi and happy Father's Day. Don't forget to do that. You gotta do. What are my plans for today? probably cleaning the boat, cleaning my house, and I got to reposition my house some. The water came up, got a little high with the boat traffic we've had. It's sort of sitting sideways in the river right now, so I got to reposition it and retie it down so it ain't sitting so sideways in the river. Yeah, that's part of life on the river, though, Boomer. You got to expect that type of stuff when you're on the river. It's a normal thing. It happens. Hey, Michigan, Florida, how are you, bro? But yeah, that's a normal thing out here on this river, just having to reposition your boat, whatever, sometimes, and things like that. It happens, especially when the water does come up, you know. At least we didn't have a hurricane yet. We have a hurricane, I leave the river, and if the boat goes away, the boat goes away. That's the way I look at it. So, hey, Pot, how are you? Happy day. Pot, I love that river up there by where you live, buddy. I love seeing that river. And I tell you what, I want to go up there one day and just fish below that dam that you went by the other day. That looked like it'd be fucking awesome, dude. I saw that and the instant images of fish went right through my head. I was like, hell yeah, there's the fishing hole right there. So, there's a fish. Oh, so there is fish there. Cool. See? I knew what I was talking about. Hey, Gray Dude, how are you, bro? Happy Father's Day to y'all. Gray Dude, if you got any little marshlings, I hope they're giving you a good Father Day. Got hot today. I was about to go walking, but it got hot quick. I would have had to start walking about 6 o'clock or I would have died. Cajun heat. That's a perfect name for Louisiana in the summer, too. It's hot as hell there, too, in the summer. But I've been in Louisiana when it snowed. But I've also been here in Florida twice now when it snowed. Last winter, it snowed for about 10 minutes here in Florida, right here on this river. I about shit myself. Gray Dude, we love you, man. You're freaking awesome, bro. And plus, you're the only Martian we got in the whole damn stream. Snowed 2 times where you were at, Boomer. Damn. See, Trump did something right. He wasn't even a year in office yet, and he already cured global warming. It was snowing here. You got I did too, Flo. How you doing, bro? I hope you're having a great trip out to the island. Y'all know why they call it? Oh, I bet you. Too bad you ain't streaming that for us. I'd rather it snow than sleet. Hillbilly, ain't that the truth? But too bad you ain't streaming that for us, bro. You know we'd all enjoy that. I did. I just can't believe you didn't bring a fishing pole when you went out there. That's insanity, bro. I'd had to brought a fishing pole for sure. I know me. But yeah, I hope everybody's having a great Father's Day. I hope everybody's called their dad if they're alive. And y'all have a good relationship and said Happy Father's Day. Oh, fuck. Oh. Damn, there's one loud ass boat motor. Sounded like a helicopter was landing on my boat. No, it's what they call a mud puppy. You probably know what a mud puppy is, Cajun. I know they're everywhere over there in Louisiana too. I wish it did rain here, Gray, dude. Cool it down some today. Yep, mud boat, yep. Oh, you know what a mud puppy is too at Pensa? Bots. That's cool. I know a lot of northern people don't know what one is. So, that's pretty cool that you know. Yep. And that's what it is. Great for duck hunting. I tell you what. Oh, cool. But yeah, they're great for duck hunting, getting up in that marsh grass and stuff. Get some good redhead ducks and stuff. I love them because of that. Yeah, hey, one big pond. All right, good night, bro. You try to have a good one, big pond. Yes, a shotgun is good for duck hunting too. Yeah, I had to take my shirt off, Boomer. It was getting way too hot. But I ain't doing the stream in the nude though. I still have my shorts on. But how are you, Ian? I hope you're having a good Father's Day. Yeah, I've shot quite a few ducks in my lifetime. One of my favorite things to eat. You got a barrel of Guineas from your kids? Wow. That's a pretty neat little gift. Have you ever ate Guinea before? 3 feet tall, cost $2K. Oh, a barrel of Guinness. Wow. Guinness beer. I know what you're talking about now. My bad. I thought you said guineas. My bad. I misread that. Yeah. Guinness is a good beer, though. I like Guinness. I've drank it before. But yeah, here before long, I'm going to have to reposition my boat. No, because it decided to move sideways a little bit. It's one of those deals that you got to deal with out here on the river at times. One of these nights, I'm going to have to rig up one of the lights and let you all go fishing with me at night when I catch catfish. That's always fun to do. I'm anchored actually, Cajun Heat. I'm mooring anchored, what they call mooring anchored. But with the river coming up and the big boats going by, it was enough to just pull the boat was able to pull the mooring anchor up, and it moved it a little bit sideways. It won't take much to get it back. Yeah. It's an easy fix. It's one of those things though you got to deal with while you're out here on the river. That's all. You know, it was my stupidity. It happened all anyway because I didn't give it a little extra rope to account for the extra water in the river. So I messed up. It's all my fault. Next time I'll remember to give some extra rope when the river's coming up. I need a shave. God dang, I look rough. Need a shave and get a haircut. I don't know how y'all can even stand it. The current's running about 5.3 knots right now, Cajun. Yeah, and you're right. It is better than rearranging furniture. It'll be a lot quicker. All I got to do is take a rope over to a tree, pull it sideways, and it's done. Yeah, the current's running about 5.3 knots right now, which when the river's at normal stage, it's only running about 2.8. So it's moving pretty good right now. And yesterday I did an hour float with Wendy O and One Big Pond there. They were in the live stream. And in an hour we went about a mile and a half without no engine, no paddles, no nothing. So it's moving pretty good. Yeah, one of these nights I'm going to take y'all fishing with me out here for catfish. I just need to rig up the lights to do it. And make sure I got some good batteries on the boat to do it too. I think that'd be fun for y'all. If y'all could stay up that late, that is. And the thing is, where I'm at here in this river, I'm close enough to the Gulf of Mexico, you never know what you're going to catch either. I've seen shark, I've caught flounder, I've caught Spanish mackerel, I've caught, haven't caught sea trout up this far. I have seen redfish up this far. Oh, I love flounder myself, but there's only one better eating fish, and that's grouper to me. I agree, Boomer. I agree. But I do like my grouper though. I like it better than I do yeah, that was another one that we get up in the river here is sheephead in the winter. Drum, we don't get that too much up in here, but we get them Shared Island, which I plan on taking y'all fishing with me one day there. Shared Island is a nice place to go. It's pretty and all that. Drums are good. Yeah, sheephead, you're right, are great. They can remind me a lot like eating brim. Sheephead do. And drum is good. Oh, cool. One big pond. Yeah, I forgot you're in Australia and you can watch me all night long and not even get sleepy. You'll be up all, during the daytime for you. You won't have jet lag. It looks like it might start raining today, which is good. It's getting too damn hot, too damn early. Okay, cool. Sounds good, one big pond. Yeah, when Flo gets here, y'all should hang out with us on Flo's stream. And my stream. We'll be streaming that when he gets here. And enjoying some cooking out and things like that. Yeah, Flo's coming to see me sometime. I'm not exactly sure when, Boomer. But we haven't really set up a date, but ain't that the truth, Ian? Vegan, I just can't, I ain't going there. But yeah, we plan on seeing each other though. We've been talking about meeting up with each other here at my boat and all. Yeah, I can't eat just vegan. It's impossible for me. Oh, cool. I guess it gets pretty stormy up there where he's at, where Trevor's at. Then one big pond. One of these days, I'm going to try to make it to Australia. I'd love to go. I want to see the Great Barrier Reef so bad. Ah, yeah, cyclones are bad. We get them here. We call them hurricanes here in Florida, but same damn thing, and we get them bad here. Went through one last year that it wasn't so bad. It was only a Cat 1 when it hit us. But when it first hit Southern Florida, it was a Category 5. So. Now that's funny. That's funny. I'm glad I never got used to having creamer and sugar in my coffee, so that's a plus for me. I can go do stuff like that, but the no meat thing, nah. I can't do the no meat thing. Yeah. I'd die if all I had to eat was just veggies and stuff like that. Yeah, you ain't a real coffee drinker if you got to put you ain't a real coffee drinker if you have to put milk and sugar in it. You mess up the taste. Yep, you're right, one big pond. I like eating fish. That's for sure. But I want to go see that Great Barrier Reef you all have. I mean, I'd like to go fishing on it. That'd be cool as hell. Get me a big winch rod, a big old rod with a winch reel, I call them, on it, and go catch one of them great white sharks. That'd be cool. Get out of here, you dumb bug. Get out of here. Thank you. Stupid wasp coming in, flying in, trying to land on me. Yeah, a tuna rig or big grouper rig would be good, or a marlin rig would be better. Them marlin rigs are great for catching any big fish. Oh, you poor thing, Ian. Now that ain't even right. You go into a vegan restaurant wanting to eat meat and things like that, and then you gotta watch someone eat meat across the way. That ain't even right. I hate to hear that. I really do. But that's part of the way the world works. The stuff lives and then it dies, you know. So eventually, all right, Ian, go use the bathroom, bro. Yeah, I couldn't handle sitting there at a vegan restaurant and watching someone eating meat. Nope, ain't happening. Yeah, I probably would. One big pond. I love fishing in the ocean, and I love fishing in the Gulf here. So I could just imagine how good of fishing it'd be over there. I've never been in the Pacific fishing. I've been in the Atlantic. I've been in the Gulf. So There's some good fishing, though, in both of those bodies of water. Which really surprises me in the Gulf after that big oil spill they had there. But we still got good fishing here in Florida, at least. I know Louisiana got hit hard on their fishing and shrimp. Bad. Texas got hit too, a little bit there. A jet ski, a boat, and another boat, all running together. Woohoo! I get to go up and down here in a second. Got big waves coming from one of them boats. There they are. Whee! I've eaten snapping turtles. Yes, I love it. I love eating turtle. I've eaten also green sea turtle and gopher turtle, but you can't eat them now anymore. They're both endangered here in Florida. They're both on the endangered species list, so now you can't eat them no more. So, and the green turtle, I went out 3 miles. I went out to a restaurant that's out in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico, of all things. Hey, Eggs, how are you, bud? There's a restaurant that's out in the Gulf of Mexico and international waters that you can get the green sea turtle from. So that was some pretty good eating. Now there's a nice little flat bottom. Oh, that's my buddy Neil. Okay. Boom boom. Hi, boom boom. Eggs, I hope you're having a good Father's Day, bro. Yeah, I probably would one big pond. I'm native. I grew up in a Native American community, so I'd probably fit in very well with your natives over there. My uncle went to Australia and fit in very good with the natives there. He said. There goes my buddy Joe. He's gonna go get some gas. Yeah, I'm sure one big pond. That would be weird when you're used to hearing it at a different time of the year. Okay, Tony. You can call me Will. Anybody can call me Will. That's Flo does. That's what everybody else calls me, and outside the community too is Will. So my real name's William, and you're Troy. Okay, cool. Now, please forgive me if I don't remember your names. You might have to remind me a couple of times, because me and names don't get along. If I seen you, I could remember your face for a million years. I can't remember names very well for some reason. Oh, excuse me, guys. I didn't sleep worth shit the last 2 nights, so my neck and back's been killing me. Oh, wow. 11 people. There's 11 people on the stream right now. That's pretty cool. Ah, that went down to 10. Darn it. Yeah, please hit the thumbs up, but it don't matter. We probably got some lurkers going on. I'm sure 2 of them minimum. At least 2 lurking here. I'd like to see my my ghost guy in here again. 4 people were on my stream one night when I had a guy come in and he was talking to me and no one could see him but me. They're like, "Who the hell are you talking to?" I'm like, I told him, I can't remember the name now, but I told him the name. Ah, hey, Copper. Copper's a lurker. But yeah, that ghost guy was pretty cool. I didn't know they could ghost into these things, but yeah, I learned something new that day. I'm sure that was one of the cops that was watching my stream that did that. I don't give a crap if they watch me. They know how I feel about them. They also know how. They also know if they treat me right and everything, I won't get pissy with them or anything, you know. So I still, you know, what blows my mind is when they see one of us auditors out there. You would think the smart thing for them to do would be not harass us, not give us shit, and well, but like I was saying there, I think if we did not get shit, if they would not give us shit and not give us all this, it would be a better PR move for them, you know, personal relations move. You know, I don't understand why they don't use us for that. That would be the smart thing I would think for them to do. You know, but I guess you can't teach retards nothing. And I'm not talking, when I say that word, I don't talk about people who are slow-minded in the head. I use that word as people like cops and things like that. I use the definition of slow people when I talk about anybody that's mentally challenged. So don't think when I use that word it is meant as an insult. I don't even like using that word for people with mental disabilities. You know, to me it's a degrading word. So don't think me bad when I use that word, because I am using it in a degrading sense, but it's only to people like cops that are retarded. Yeah, you're probably right, Eggs. But the problem is, You're fine, one big pond. It's all good. We understand. Hey, Joshua. Crazy Joshua is in here. Josh makes me laugh all the time. Well, you're good, Tony. I mean, you're doing great to me. I mean, hell, I text it all the time and still fuck up all the time, so don't worry about it. I probably have the most typos out of everybody in the community at this point. Yeah, Josh can make me laugh when I'm even in a pissy mood. He can make me laugh. That's for sure. He comes up with the most off the wall shit. We love you for it too, Josh. See, Josh even fucks up his texting too, but there, Tony. Damn it, is it hot today. Come on, rain. We need rain today. My damn thing's still backwards. Okay, Tay, and hello. It's all good, Tony. We understand. I tell you what, I tried walking and chewing gum at the same time, and I ran into 2 fence posts before I spit out the gum. Ooh, I'm coming over to Boomer's. I'm going over to your house, Boomer, for dinner tonight. Red beans and rice sounds good. You're cool too, Tony. You are more than welcome on my stream anytime, bud. All right, Tay, you better hurry back, girl. That was sort of funny there, Eggs. Josh is grammatically crossed. Or grammatically gross, excuse me. Well, hello, Denise Lynn. Hello, how are you? Glad to see you in my stream. I love watching your videos, by the way. I may not have said anything on them, but I did thumbs up all your videos that I've watched so far. You're welcome, very welcome. Hey, James Barr. It's hot right now, James. Besides that, it's great. Got a few boats out here today, but it ain't too bad. Here comes my other buddy up the river. Well, James, it's already 89 here, and the humidity is 70%, so it's hot. I've always liked that Colonial Soldier thing you got there, that Colonial Soldier tab you got there, James Barnes. I always liked that. I used to do Revolutionary War reenactments. So, I used to, and of course I always did a Colonial. I would never do the British part of the reenactment. So. Yeah, I bet you it is Cajun. Like I said, it's always hot in Louisiana. Ooh, damn. Hello. Sorry, guys. I just had a boatload of chicks go by. I had to look at that. That's the good part about being out here, too. You get to see some nice-looking girls and guys out here. Oh my gosh, Josh. I wished it was 69 here. That'd be fun. Here comes that mud puppy back. Mud boat, whatever you want to call it. Thing's loud, but it gets you wherever you want to go, that's for sure. I miss duck hunting with my uncle, and that boat brings back some memories of duck hunting with my uncle. Me and my uncle's favorite saying was, we scared a lot of ducks and put a lot of holes in the sky when we went duck hunting. We got a little bit of a breeze, but not much. Normally there's a lot better breeze on the river. Yeah, but me and my uncle had a ball duck hunting. How'd the boob can turn out to be? Cam. Oh, boob cam. I was like, she's got a boob can? I want to see this. Well, I can tell you this by watching her videos. She gets a lot of boobs on there. Really? That's cool, James Barr. Yep. Damn GoPro. I need to get me one of those. I need to get a GoPro one of these days. Then I'll go swim. I want to get one of them waterproof ones. Oh, it's a knockoff? Yeah, I want to get one of them waterproof GoPros and go swimming in the spring that I showed y'all on that video I downloaded. I want to go swimming in, and y'all, I called that Manatee Springs by accident. It's actually Fanning Springs is where I went to. Manatee's another 8 mile, or 10 miles from Fanning. And, but still, I goofed. Fanning, it's funny, Fanning Springs has more manatees come in it than the spring called Manatee Springs. Well, that was nice of Monkey. Oh my God, I better not say that too loud. I might get arrested for a freaking hate crime. It's still a good old boys town, James. Yeah, I tell you what, I like watching Monkey on his streams when I get a chance, and watching his videos too. He seems like he's a really cool guy. He don't take no shit from no one. That's what I like about him too. He don't take any shit. I tell you what, News Now Houston was the one that got me interested in the community. And James Monkey, he kept me interested in it, and then I got to meet all y'all. I got to meet all y'all, and y'all are so great. And I appreciate all of y'all being here in my stream. Y'all are awesome people. I couldn't ask for better people to be hanging out with. Yes, James, you ain't kidding. I ain't that great. I'm just me. The only reason I'm great is I make most of y'all, even the ones that think even the ones that you are thinking that you're ugly, I make you look cute. That's the only reason I'm great. And I make the cute ones look even better, so. And yes, I'll crack on my own self like that. But if you can't crack on yourself, you have no reason to crack on others. So I agree with you on that, Denise Lynn. And I do agree with you on that. Beauty is only skin deep. And that's the way I've seen that all my life. Yo, ow. There goes my buddy, Joe. Beauty comes from the heart, y'all. You can take that to the bank. It comes from the heart. The James. That's funny. There'd be Bigfoot reports. Yes, Denise Lynn, you are right. I have seen. I have dated people that people even asked me why I was dating them because they thought physically they looked ugly. And I look at them, I said, get to know the person. Don't just look at that cover that's there. You know, the old saying, don't judge a book by its cover. You know, and 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 then they got to know the person. Then they understood why I was dating that person. You know, because the person's heart was a heart of gold and treated me right, and I treated them right. You know, as best I could. You know, and so that's just the way that goes. I understand what you're saying. All right, Michigan, Florida, you try to have a great day too, bro. And you have a great Father's Day. By the way, all y'all that came in, happy Father's Day. Sorry I hadn't said that yet. Uh, hope y'all have a great day and have a great Father's Day. Never watched that, Josh. I might watch that one day. I can get that free off YouTube. I tell you, I tell you what, YouTube's cool as heck on their free movies. It defines our chat, huh? I can't wait to see it then. I love YouTube free movies because they bring me back to when I was a kid, and I get to see a lot of stuff when I was a kid too. That was cool. I like watching the Tyler Perry Medea movies. They're hilarious. Tyler Perry cracks me up. All right, Copper, you take her easy, bro. Uh, I did not get to see that yet, Denise Lynn. I will be checking on that. I knew you'd go get some. Well, I didn't get to see it either, so I answered too. I ain't your trip, bro. Yeah, I fell asleep too. That's how I missed that because I was on your screen and all, but I accidentally fell asleep. I apologize. I feel like an idiot for falling asleep on you. Oh, he was watching your live stream, huh? Wow. Now that's funny. Yeah, it's still, Denise, I hate it. I hate missing out on trying to be, I try to be supportive and as best I can, you know. And when I miss something like that, I don't feel like I'm supporting like I should be. True, you're true on that. Yeah, I'm subbed to so many people, you know, and you're right. It is hard to keep good. I hope you do, Denise. Uh, I hope every one of y'all that get arrested illegally like that do. It's the only way they're going to learn. Yep, you're right, James. Huh? Cops or any man that hits a woman needs their ass whooped. I'm sorry. There's no reason to hit a woman. Excuse my language. I almost There's no reason to hit a woman. Them fucking cops go overboard on that shit. Fucking. Mm. Stupid motherfuckers beating on women, though. That's fucking ridiculous. Them fuckers I want somewhere in a dark alley. Every every fucking cop that beats on a woman in any way or things like that, I want in a dark alley somewhere. I really do. There's no reason to be beating on a woman. I got a scar on the side of my head right here from where a woman cracked me in the head with a pull stick. And all I did was uh, put her in a half Nelson and held her there till she calmed down enough to where I could get away with her, or get away from her, to so she wouldn't crack me in the head. I, I'm sure it is, Denise. I ain't seen a jail that wasn't corrupt. That's the truth. There. I need to calm down. That got my blood boiling again about cops hitting women. I just can't. All right, Ian, you try to have a good one. And I hope you ain't in too much trouble, bro. There was updates to YouTube, Josh. I've been I had one kidnapping and one lawful arrest. I guess you could say. Good, Denise, you need it. Yeah, Josh, what changed on YouTube, bud? But thank you, Denise, for everything you do. I mean, you're a spitfire out there. You really are, girl. I thank all of y'all for what you do, all your support and everything. Oh, okay. Well, Denise, you're awesome, girl. I like watching your stuff. You're real awesome, and you don't. Again, you're a lot like James. You don't let too many people give you too much shit. So, oh wow, you gotta see this little boat. This thing is so cool. It's a miniature tugboat. This thing is so freaking cool. See if I can get it. Here we go. Get out of there, blue boat. I don't want to see you. Look at that. Ain't that thing cool as hell? It's a little miniature tugboat. Shit is so cool. Now that's something you don't see every day. Oh, and it's got the old he's flying the old circle flag. He's flying the old Revolutionary War flag on the back of his boat. He ain't flying the normal American flag. He's flying the old Revolutionary War flag on the back of that boat. That is cool too. Yeah, Eggs, you better give your old man a call. Hey, Brian King, how are you? You leaving too, Josh? No, the Revolutionary War flag. You remember the one that had the 13 stripes with the circle in it of stars? That's what he had on there. I'm a little bit tired too. I couldn't get too much sleep last night. Yeah, the original flag, Josh, the original flag. Diane. But yeah, that was cool. That's something you don't get to see even on this river too much. I thought that was neat as hell. Yep, it's still backwards. I have no clue how to fix that. My stream showing my first aid kit backwards. So I'm bass-ackwards. Yeah, it was hand-stitched originally. Got hot, guys. Still looks like rain's coming, so hopefully it will. I tell you what, Brian, no problem, Denise. You're welcome in my stream anytime, girl. Anytime. And you try to have a good day and sleep good. Brian, I've hooked 4 of them so far. And since I've been on this river, they're actually pretty hard to catch. But when you do hook one, they're a hell of a fight, bro. You sleep good, Denise. Yeah, they are prehistoric. It's like they remind me of a fish with a turtle shell. Is what they remind me of. They're really cool, interesting fish. They got armored plates, and they can get up to 8-9 foot long, sometimes 10. One of the ones I caught was 10 and 1 inches long. So, and they get well over 300 pounds. So, I've caught some alligator gar before too, out of this river. I've also caught long-nosed gar out of this river. I've caught some big ones out of this river, by the way. I caught a 420-pound gator gar out of here, and I caught a 210-pound long-nosed gar out of here. No, Brian. I have people that can prove that wrong. If they were right here, they could get up as long as 10 foot. I caught one that was 10 foot, and it weighed 315 pounds. And then I talked to a game and fish guy who he was a biologist. He wasn't a game warden. And he told me, yes, they can get that big. He says it's not very common, but they do get that big at times. So, and he said that was more than likely a female that got that big. The males generally don't get that big. So, and he was very surprised that I was able to catch one on a fishing pole. So, no, I mean, some of the facts that are out there on them fish are what they say are facts are not totally fact. The world record alligator gar was caught in Texas, and it was 875 pounds, Brian. You can look that up also on the Texas world record, under Texas world records. Yeah, white sturgeon white sturgeon will get way bigger than Gulf sturgeon. So. Or hold on here on the records. Are you talking about line and rod records, or are you talking any method records for world record on alligator gar, Brian? Sorry about that. You might be right on just the fishing pole record. I don't know, but I know the guy that shot the world record all tackle. They call it all tackle record. Was down in Texas, 875 pounds, and it was shot with a bow and arrow. So that might be what the difference that we were thinking about there. No, actually, believe it or not, he shot it with a bow and arrow. That was freaking awesome. Thank you, Archer. Yeah, it's nice to have a good connection for a change. Uh, I but yeah, I hang in there as best I can too. Yeah, it was nice to. It's nice to have a good connection. What they were doing was they were like when I tried to live stream the other day. The live stream the other day was not working because they decided they wanted to work on the tower some more. That was my problem. The tower's been messed up since the hurricane last year, so they've been trying to get it fixed. They all their parts and pieces down south where the hurricane hit the worst. So what they're doing is right now waiting on parts and pieces to come in to fix their tower and all. So I would dispute that with them in a heartbeat. I watched that. I actually watched that on TV when that guy got that all tackle record in Texas. It was that was 875 pounds. I would dispute with the Department of Environmental Conservation with that, and see what they're saying, if it's the yearly record or if it's the all-time record. Because I've also seen even bigger than the one in Texas caught in the Mississippi River, but they were caught in commercial nets, so they don't fall under any of the records. So I seen one that was a little over 1,000 pound caught in a commercial fishing net up there by St. Louis, Missouri. And yes, they do commercial fish the Mississippi River. And all. Around St. Louis, St. Charles, and all that. Yeah, but I know for a fact on that one in Texas it was 875 pounds because I watched the old boy catch it on TV. So let's see if they got this one right. What's the all-time record brown trout? And where was it caught? The all-time record brown trout, and where was it caught? See if they got that one right, because I know that one for a fact. I was there and held the fish for myself and watched the weigh-in on it. And it shattered the whole old world record by many, 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 many pounds. Now that's wrong because River Monster guy caught 3,000 pound freshwater stingray, and he caught a 875 or 895 pound catfish over there too. So over there in the same river that he caught that freshwater stingray, and that was on TV also. Yep, that was in freshwater over there in the Oriental areas. They got huge freaking fish. They still put it on Icon, but they still put it on the fishing things. Yeah, they are. They're freaking off the chain. Same here. And I know what he caught, and I'll never forget him pulling up that 2,000 pound stingray, because it took him hours to get it in, literally hours and hours. And that catfish that he caught was one of those ones you said there, and it broke the world record by almost 200 some pounds. And they were all on the same, no, I take that back. They weren't on the same episode. They were on back-to-back episodes. But he caught them in the same river. And he also caught that, what was it, 690 some pound fish that they never even seen before down there he caught that 600 and some pound fish they ain't never seen before down there in South America in that dang lagoon. Not much. I just Discussing with Brian fishing records that I know about. You shouldn't be giving your crabs out like that. But I would argue with the environmental people big time. But then again, I don't like the environmental people, and they also say they also say that there's no brown trout to be found in the Gulf of Mexico anymore, and I catch brown trout on a daily basis when I go to the Gulf of Mexico. So. It depends on where you're at, Danny. Like right here, on this river, you can't eat. Right now, the fish ain't biting worms or anything. So I'm catching them off of dough balls made out of bread. So it depends on where you're fishing at and what you're fishing for. Yep. It's still there, Deadly Archer, by the way. Well, that's what the sign says, Brian. Yeah, and some do eat just plants. Brian's right on that. So. Hey, Albert, how are you? Take care, Josh. But yeah, but like yes, they do have some sexy mermaids, Zach Karamba. Yeah, I was going to say you could use anything from worms to chicken livers to chicken gizzards. I've used chicken skin. I've live bait. Depends also what catfish you're going after. I've never caught a flathead catfish, like a big flathead or anything, off of dead bait. I've always used live bait to catch them. I told you I would have to argue big time with them records, Brian, because I've seen it. Well, not all cats, Cajun Heat. Like I was saying, a flathead don't really eat anything. I've never caught one off of dead bait. Flathead catfish, I've always caught them on something that was alive. I've never gotten a bite from dead bait from a flathead catfish. Now, like blue cat, channel cat, and all them. Let's put it this way, Brian King. In one bite, it could eat you when it opens its mouth. And that's the truth. That catfish could eat you easily. The one down there at Weeki Wachee that he's talking about, it's still there. Yeah, Hellgrammites work good on flatheads. UK lakes, I'll tell you now, your best bet is to go with probably live bait. Live bait in your area probably will catch just about any fish for you. Same here, Brian. That's why I said I'd argue it. That's why I also asked what the world record brown trout was. What they got to say about the world record brown German brown trout was caught at, and what its weight was. Because I was there and handled the fish myself before the weigh-in. Yeah, you can never go wrong with live bait. That is wrong, very wrong, because I was there. That's very wrong. I was there when the fish was caught and brought in, and I handled the fish myself and put it on the scale. It was 62.32 pounds, and it was caught in Red Creek in Arkansas. And that is the world record German brown trout. And I handled that fish myself. I also know it was, I know it was also where it was caught. I know what hole it was caught in. I could take you to the hole it was caught in. And they've caught in several other brown trout that have gone in the 25-pound range in that hole. So. Actually, that catfish has been on TV shows before. It's I actually been on 3 of them that I know of. All right, Albert, you try to have a good one, bro. See you later, baboon. After a while, crocodile. Yeah, there you go. There you go, Cajun Heat. Over in the UK, I can't tell you. I'm here in the US, here in Florida. I would say try to catch some if you can, bro. Try to catch some small fish, things like that. I know by watching the river monsters over there that he used to use live bait all the time to catch his catfish and stuff. So. Oops, sorry, thinking of the wrong track. Yeah. Yeah, I actually got to handle that fish. I got to put it up there on the scale for him. So that brown trout was awesome. They're still catching. They're expecting and probably another world record just to come out of that hole again. Nope, it was not. It was 62.32 pounds in Arkansas in the Red Creek off the White River. I could take you to the hole it was caught in. Oh, I always either put it in the lips, Danny, or I put it right there hooked in the back. When you hook them in the back, they look like they're dying and they flutter really good, but sometimes the fish won't bite so good on a on a dying bait sometimes, and they want a real natural looking bait, so I hook them through the lips, then, and through the nose, the bridge of the nose, and all. So that would be that would be how I would personally do it. I'll tell you, your best thing to do, really, Danny, is probably ask some of your local fishermen. Oh, they showed it. It's in the records. It was on the record book for 7.5 years that I know of, Brian. Again, like I said, I will dispute the environmental ecological idiot morons that write that damn thing you're looking at in a heartbeat, because they sound like they're dumb morons that don't know what they're talking about in their record keeping. But then again, they also say there's no sea trout left in the Gulf of Mexico, and trying to make it to where you can't fish for sea trout. When I go every day I go to the Gulf of Mexico, I catch sea trout all the time and catch my limit every time I go. And never had a problem catching my limit. But they also say that too. So I think they're ignorant dumbasses that want you to read what they want you to read, and that's all they want you to know. And I have disputed them, and I've actually gone to rulings where they were trying to get laws passed on fishing. I agree, Caramba. Yeah, and it's wrong. It's fucking wrong, Brian. I'm telling you that now. I was there when that fish got weighed. I put this fish on the scale myself. So they're wrong. And I would tell them that. Give me a number to call, and I'll call them and tell them they're fucking full of shit right now. Because I know what that fish was. I was there when that fish was caught. I was there when that fish was weighed. I put that fish on the scale for the game warden that certified the fish as a world record brown trout. And it also was on the world record brown trout list for 7 years straight. So I will call, if you give me a number to call them, I will call them and tell them they are moronic idiots right now. So, but again, like I said, they're trying to say there's no speckled trout left in the Gulf of Mexico, and trying to get it to where we can't go fishing for speckled trout in the Gulf of Mexico. The same people that do these records, by the way, are saying this. And I catch brown trout every time I go there. Or not brown trout, excuse me, sea trout every time I go to the Gulf of Mexico. I never fail to limit out when I go to the Gulf of Mexico. And I always catch at least one that's over 21 or better inches in the Gulf of Mexico. And they're trying to tell me I can't go fishing because there's no brown trout left. Or sea trout left, excuse me. I'm stuck on brown trout right now. So, like I said, I have gone to meetings where they were trying to get laws passed and fought them tooth and nail. These same people that write these records, and fought them tooth and nail so they didn't pass laws saying I can't go catch something when there's plenty of them out there to catch. These people want you to read what they want you to read. They want you to know what they think you should know. And I'm sorry, that's... Yep, I remember when that fish was caught. It was caught 3 months before the other one was. So... It was caught 3 months. The guy thought he was going to have that record for years. And then he found out, nope. They're also doing that with grouper, caramba. Grouper, they've done that too. And there was, and everybody that did the what do you call that? The catch release tournaments, you know, for grouper. They were even willing to turn in their records and show them that they were in the wrong. But here's what they do, and I've watched them do it when they go to do their fish count and see what people are catching. They'll the oh yeah, it's not, you ain't kidding. But here's what they do when they go to asking about what you caught and everything. They won't ask a local fisherman from the area how many fish they caught. They'll wait until they see a Georgia plate down here, or they'll see a Missouri plate, or something like that, and only ask the people that don't know how to catch the fish if they caught any fish. Okay, so yes, many of them will come in and say, many of the out-of-towners will come in and say, yeah, we ain't caught fish, where the local yokels are catching plenty of fish because they knew how to catch them. Actually, that fish has been on TV, Brian. I'm trying to remember the name of the show that was on. Oh, well, one of them. You remember that old series, Ripley's Believe It or Not? Yeah, I know that catfish was on Ripley's Believe It or Not, the one in Weeki Wachee Springs. I can't remember the other two shows. Yeah, you're right, Deadly Archer. We actually had we had a problem with them doing that up in Missouri, and they got caught on film. Several of them arrested and thrown in jail for it, because they were all caught on film, and they were dumping toxins in the water. Yeah, there was. I will argue that one with you, Brian, because I watched him break 4 world records on his show, and he even found a fish that no one's ever seen before. It was down in South America. So the River Monster guy, I watched every episode. He broke 4 world records, and he also had a 2,000+ pound stingray, freshwater stingray. So yeah, he busted that record all to hell and back, and it's on his show. All you got to do is go to the show. It's not the first show he did with the stingrays, because he had one bust off and break his. Yeah, they do. Up in Wisconsin, they get over 1,000 pounds. But that's not a Gulf sturgeon. That's I'll bet you everything I own too, including my boat that I'm sitting on right now, that he has. He's broke 4 of them, and he also found a fish that nobody else had ever seen in their entire life. He also broke, I believe, 1 saltwater fish record. I'm not sure about that. I think that one was in dispute. Technically, no, they aren't. A lake sturgeon is not, and the river sturgeon in Washington D.C. is not. They never even touch saltwater. The lake sturgeons up in Wisconsin and Minnesota are landlocked to where they cannot get to saltwater, and the freshwater sturgeon die shortly after they get into the brackish water in Washington State, up there in the Washington River. So not all of them are saltwater fish. Oh, okay. Yeah, the white sturgeon, yeah, they've actually tracked them going all over the world, literally. So you're right there. On the white sturgeon, yes, it goes all over the world. They've actually tracked one going thousands of miles. So I thought that was cool to watch. I didn't know them fish did that. Yeah, I watched another show back when I was a kid, Deadly Archer. He did catch a very big one. It was probably maybe 30 pounds, 40 pounds up there in Alaska. But he caught a sturgeon. Who was that? Who was that guy? He used to be one of the famous fishermen back in the 80s, late 70s, early 80s. I forget his name. But he caught a small one up there in Alaska. So I know there's sturgeon up there. Ay caramba, they caught a bull shark up there in a commercial fishing net up there in St. Louis that was 7.5 foot long. So, no, it wasn't Bill Dance. Bill Dance didn't do that. It's one of the other ones. He was an older guy. He wore glasses. He always looked like he was trout fishing, no matter where he went fishing. He always looked like he was trout fishing. Had hip waders on, even on a boat. He'd have hip waders on, his trout vest on. That's it, Gaines. Gaines. Deadly Archer got it right. Gaines. Bill Dance was famous for falling off his boat. You better go look at his films then, Brian, because he pulled a scale off of one that down there in South America that was in a pool that was way back off any river or anything else. And he pulled the scale off, he turned it in, and it wound up being a new species of fish that was never found before by man, and except for the original inhabitants in that area. He had to go in there and he had to go in there by virtue of the natives in that area who owned the land, and they allowed him to go into that pool. Go Mexico, go! Go Mexico, go! Sorry, Germany likes to win a lot, so. And he had to go way up in there in that pool, and then when he pulled that scale, he sent it in, had that scale analyzed. That scale, the scale was a fish that no one had ever seen before. Yeah, same here. Same here, and I'll never forget that, because right there at the very end of it, it says this fish was never found by any human before other than the indigenous inhabitants, is what it says at the very end of that film. And I'll never forget that. And watch that South American one where he catches. It looks like the best I can say it is, it reminds me of a giant shiner fish. But it has some pinkish color to it instead of just real shiny. I can't remember the name of it. What the hell is that? What the hell was that fish's name? Well, Brian's sort of onto something. And I didn't say it was a record-sized fish. I said he caught one that no one had seen before. Crazy looking mouth, big scales. Are you talking about a wolffish or something, Archer? Or are you talking about a triggerfish? Triggerfish have a crazy looking mouth and big scales. No, yeah, it was it was one, it was like an arapaima or arowana or some shit like that, but it wasn't. But but it wasn't a type known to man. It was like an offshoot known to man that they never seen before, and they even checked the scale to make sure. Um, I never said it was a record. Never said it was a record. I never said he caught a record arapaima. I did say he caught a record catfish and a record stingray, and it was well over. He caught one right before the record that right before he busted the record that was over 1,000 pounds. There are pictures. There's plenty of pictures of it, Brian. Uh, just need to look around for it. The Wiki Watchy Catfish or whatever. There are pictures of it. I'm sure there's some on Facebook of it. People's gotten pictures of it at Facebook, put it on their Facebook, maybe even some on YouTube, whatever. But I know there's hundreds of thousands of people almost every year, probably even millions, that go by that catfish every day. And I'm sure there's got to be someone on Facebook or YouTube or something that's got something about that catfish. It's huge. Uh, Brian, how many times have I said it this today? Give me a number so I could call them idiots that you're looking at for the world records and tell them they're full of shit. Because I know for a fact they're full of shit on the brown trout, the world record brown trout. And that even made it in Bassmasters. It made it in 3 or 4 of them fishing magazines because of it being a new world record even. Um, uh, Field and Stream, it made it in Field and Stream. Um, uh, uh, no, I ain't going there, Archer. I'm just trying to tell him. Them idiots said he's reading about. Yes, he's reading. He's reading properly, I'm sure, on the rural records. But I know they're idiots and they're morons and they lie. They're just like any other government agency out there. Uh, so, which government agency don't lie? I mean, what would make them any different? They're a government agency. I know for a fact that Field and Stream had articles on the brown trout caught in Arkansas. I know Bassmasters had a article on the brown trout because in their world records section of the brown of their book. Um, um, I mean, there's a ton of stuff out there that even had it wrote up in it about it being caught. So I mean, there's like 7 or 8 of those. Uh, there's 7 or 8 of those magazines that had write ups on it. So. Yeah, you're right on the biggest pig. Yeah, you got that, Icarumba. All I know is what the sign says. It says it's over. They say on the sign it's over 800 pounds. The one in Weeki Wachee, and that's the sign that they have up there with the catfish. And it shows it's a bronze plaque with the catfish on it, a picture of the. So I honestly I can't tell you if it is or not because I've never seen it personally weighed. Uh, and that I do know I personally watched the brown trout get weighed, and so. It's there. I've seen that catfish, Brian. So I won't dispute Archer on that. I've seen that catfish myself. And on the bronze plaque, it does say it's over 800 pounds. I know what he's talking about. I've seen it myself. Uh, I never seen them weigh it. They just said it's over 800 pounds on the plaque. So that I do know. And it is a huge catfish. I'll tell you that now. If it opened its mouth and tried to eat you, Brian, it would eat you quickly. They actually swim down there with it and feed it legs of cow. So. Albert, you're funny. Uh, well, when you the only reason I'm so dedicated to fish is because when you live off the water like I do, and eat fish as a main part of your diet like I do, uh, you got to know. So you start learning about fish pretty quick. Uh, how to catch them, how to clean them, how to do whatever. You know. So. Even state records sometimes are worth money, so that helps you out sometimes too. Or free fishing equipment, things like that. So you learn that stuff too. So, and I've had many a fish that I thought were close to world records that I was proven wrong many times. Like I could have sworn that was a world record. You know, so. Uh, I'm also wondering if it's Boone and Crock. There's another. Yeah, yeah, it buffered on me. Um, Turkey. Um, there's two different ones. One's a Boone and Crockett on it. And I'm wondering if fish are maybe the same way that they're doing that too. Two different sets of records. Yeah, I'm moving. I'm moving. I'm moving. There you go. I ain't never seen a megalodon. I want to see a megalodon, damn it, Albert. They say they got them on video, but sort of sketchy proof on video so far. Well, then you can keep that there bullet, SpongeBob. No, I'm messing with you, bro. Right, Cajun Heat, you're right. You're right on that. Well, if they were a great white shark, if they were great white sharks and known to be great white sharks, then they wouldn't be megalodons, would they? So, and I'm wanting to say, was it 30? Was that thing 31 foot? I didn't know there was one caught that big. Oh, okay, I got you, Archer. Great dudes going fishing. Yeah, that bullet, that picture sketchy. They say they did. That was funny. And no, he wasn't. He really wasn't caught. He was blown up. You ain't kidding on that, Albert. I mean, I never knew there was such a thing as a what they call a paddlefish, like over that they get over there in Japan. And oh wow, one Brian King. But I never knew they had a thing called the paddlefish, like what they got over there in Japan that washes up when earthquakes are about to happen. They say. I didn't know they had anything like that. So until then. Right. Yeah, you. No, they ain't extinct because they have one, and you can look this one up on YouTube. Right before the earthquake that hit Japan, right before that earthquake that hit Japan, they have pictures. They have pictures, but they have a guy filming and recording one that washed up on the beach there in Japan. So that's the truth there, Brian. They thought they were extinct until that one washed up, and when it washed up right before the hurricane. Yes, I've seen those, but that Japanese one, they thought was extinct until that one washed up, and then they found out they weren't extinct. It's just they normally live so deep in the ocean that you just don't normally see them anymore, and they're finding that out. They've sent unmanned subs down into depths of the ocean down there that no man can get into, and I'm getting pictures of them and films of them now. So, That's all on YouTube. I know that. I've looked that paddlefish up because I'd never seen one before in my life, and I stumbled across it on YouTube looking for another fish called a paddlefish, which is a freshwater fish in North America, or they call it a spoonbill fish, something like one of those two names. And I was looking up those, and I was looking up those and stumbled across that when I put in paddlefish. And there's like, I was saying they sent down unmanned subs. They got this all on YouTube. They sent down unmanned subs into depths down there that a human can't swim to, and not be crushed to death. And they sent that unmanned sub down there, and they're actually finding those fish down there now. It's all on YouTube. It's really cool, and it's Nat Geo. It's on Nat Geo, so National Geographic. So that I don't think they're lying about that. And they're shocked. They're just as shocked as anybody else that they actually found the fish. It's like thousands and thousands of feet down in the water, though. I'm half human and half dumbass. Haha. All right, Cajun Heat. Yeah, I was surprised about that because, but I'll tell you another one. I'll tell you another species. It ain't a fish. It's a bird. They thought was extinct for almost 80 years until they found a small colony of them living in Arkansas, and that was a ivory-billed woodpecker. Yeah, we might be. We might be a distant cousin. Not much, cuz. Yeah, Megalodon's got like up to 60 or so feet, they said. At least at least some of the fossilized bones and stuff that they found, they believe it got that big. It was a huge ass shark, one that no one wants to run into, I can tell you that. That's a huge ass fucking fish. I don't care what anybody says. See, you're telling me some stuff I didn't know. I didn't know they found a non like that. So I do know we got a. They got. They estimated him. They can't tell you his exact length, but they by the shadow that he made in the water. We got like a 29-foot hammerhead shark down there that swims around. Swims around in Tampa Bay, and that's on the news. They caught him on a news chopper film. I would call that a megalodon too. 69 pounds, and the jaw would have been 100. Wow. Could you imagine catching 100-pound muskie? That'd be like catching 100-pound what do you call them damn fish? Wahoo. Be like catching a 100-pound wahoo. You ain't kidding, caramba. On Musk is 2 pounds 3 ounces. I caught it in Illinois. I didn't even know what the fucking fish was until a buddy of mine standing next to me told me what it was. It looked like a damn litty bitty alligator with no legs, is what it reminded me of. The kangaroo might win on land, but I don't think it'll win in the water there, Albert. Well, like I said, it depends on if they're on the water or the land. I think the catfish would win in the water. The kangaroo would win on land. Well, I was trying to add to your joke. I thought what I said was funny. I just don't see it happening either way, is what I'm getting at. That's why I thought it was funny. My sense of humor sometimes is a little dry. I was watching a video last night, Albert, speaking of kangaroos. This guy was at a park in Australia filming ducks. And this kangaroo hopped up right behind him, kicked him in his ass with his back feet, and made that guy go flying in the pond right amongst the ducks. I was laughing my ass off. That shit was so funny. That kangaroo snuck right up on his ass. The biggest fish I ever caught was a 302-pound Goliath grouper out of down by the Dry Tortugas. Yeah, that sucks. Because they don't Archer, because they don't allow them in. They're like a raptor claw, huh? I didn't know that. Yeah, I agree, Albert. We went sort of going from fish to kangaroos. Damn, that sucks, Archer. 5 to 600-pound halibut. Wow. Oh, you lived in Australia for 3 years. That's awesome. I think you're lucky you got to do that, bro. It does sound like an experience. I'd love to live in Australia for a little bit. I ain't arguing. But that's cool. They started talking them back. You hear Aussie women are loose. That's funny. Y'all crack me up at times. Oh, wouldn't that be the white sturgeon? Okay, Deadly Archer, I'll keep that in mind. Wouldn't that be the white sturgeon, though? The sturgeon family? I may be. You just lose your darn. Yeah, that's the only bad part about Alaska. There ain't too many. Are you done buffering? So I said white sturgeon. I thought it was the biggest one out of them all. I may be wrong on that, but it's the biggest one out of them. Giant flounder. But a hell it is. I agree, fall flounder. Technical difficulties. I hope I got them fixed. I think I got it, guys. Might be okay now.